Dean Show's on.
Welcome to The Dean Show from Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Dean Show comes from the man who made you pay for Nova Rex, Ain't Easy Being Cheesy, and Butch Black, the Mean Man. Join Summit City Noise producer Dean Robinson for a weekly tour featuring food, music, special events, animation, and interviews with people who are getting stuff done. This is The Dean Show.
Welcome to The Dean Show. I'm Dean Robinson. People who watch The Dean Show already know about Meraki Fest 17, the all-ages arts and entertainment festival that takes place Sunday, December 3rd at the Phoenix on Broadway in downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. People who watch their calendars already know that December 3rd is today. Meraki Fest 17 takes place today from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Phoenix on Broadway. Fort Wayne producer, promoter Jase Spiegel speaks to The Dean Show about the Summit City entertainment bonanza known as Meraki Fest 17. So it's Meraki Fest.
Yep.
Just make sure I'm saying it right.
It's that word. It's I think it's like Greek or something. So it is. I actually had to look up, and it's like Meraki.
Now you've talked about some of these other events that you've arranged and promoted, and some of those were, I guess you'd call them charitable events, you know, for a specific purpose.
Right.
So why Meraki Fest? What's the point?
Well, how it came about is TK came to me, and he was talking to Bill Chambers, our artist from Australia, and he asked me, since I'd done this before and did different things, do you know anywhere that Bill could play that would be local? It's toward the end of his tour, you know, that type of thing. And I said, yeah. I said, he could do brass rail and, you know, different local type. I said, we could put on something ourselves. Then we decided, TK said, well, maybe we could throw an artist or two on with him, have a couple people play, you know, like a night out. And I said, well, I don't really do anything small, so let's do it. Like I said, let's give me 4 days. And I said, and I'll meet you, and I'll have a concept, an idea, and I'll run that past you and see what you think.
So tell me about some of the logistical challenges of having all these different musicians, comedians, burlesque, fire throwers. Tell me about the logistical challenges.
You actually have to get the idea across to people, get them on board with it, make sure that they're as passionate about it as you are, or close to as passionate, so that they can deliver come day of. You just have to have all your ducks in a row, make sure there's good communication, you know, and it works out.
I understand it's an all-ages event, but you got a burlesque show and female impersonators, so how does that work?
Right. Yeah, we understand with this festival, like what maybe I would let my kids go to, somebody else wouldn't be comfortable letting their kids go to. So we've taken all that into consideration. So everything that the younger crowd, which is 21 and under, will be able to see and will be viewing, is all on the Hotel Tango stage. When they come in, it's like the main room, and there'll be signs that say, you know, this is all age area. And then back where the bar's at, and the Absinthe Lounge at the back of the Phoenix, there in the outside tent area is all 21 and above then. So we keep it totally separate, you know, so no matter what, you know, you feel comfortable with, that's going to be completely family, fun, wholesome entertainment on the main kids area. And then on the other area, it's just going to be adults. So,
if a kid happens to sneak into the burlesque show, it's not a crime, right?
Right. We will ensure that does not happen. But yeah, I know I probably would have wanted to sneak in as a kid, and I would have tried my hardest, I'm sure, and I would have made it in somehow. But we got pretty good security.
Meraki Fest 17 is the all-ages arts and entertainment festival that takes place Sunday, December 3rd. That's today, at the Phoenix on Broadway in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Meraki Fest 17 features live music, comedy, burlesque, raffles, face painting, and more. More means an Italian buffet by Chef Mike Bentz and custom Meraki Fest 17 drinks invented for Meraki Fest by Hotel Tango, also known as HT2. Meraki Fest 17 takes place today from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Phoenix, 1122 Broadway in downtown Fort Wayne. The Dean Show will be right back.
9 Mile Restaurant is a great place for excellent food. 9 Mile Restaurant is also a great place to enjoy refreshing drinks. Check out our daily drink specials. Monday, domestic bottled beer for $1.50 and domestic draft for $1.25. Tuesday, 12-ounce drafts of Blue Moon for $2 and large pitchers for $6.50. Wednesday is Margarita Night. Margaritas for $2.50. Small pitchers for $6. $11 large pitchers. Plus, Corona and Dos Equis for $2.75 each. Thursday, Miller Lite, Budweiser, and Bud Light in a bottle for $2.25. Friday, Jaeger Bombs for $3.50 and Busch Light for $2. Saturday, Irish Car Bombs, 2 for $8, and screwdrivers for $2.50. Sunday, domestic beer buckets, 5 bottles for $10. Have fun and drink responsibly at 9 Mile Restaurant. 9 Mile Restaurant and Catering. Visit Art Cut Tech's Barbershop and Supplies in Fort Wayne because your head deserves a hairstyle worth loving. Art Cut Tech's barbers provide current cuts, traditional trims, and enduring classic styles for men and women and children. Why look good when looking great is so much better? Visit Art Cut Tech's Barbershop and Supplies in the State and Beacon Plaza on East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Art Cut Tech's.
As hard as it may be to believe, America's classic animation pioneers were born well over 100 years ago. Walt Disney was born in 1901. Max Fleischer, who produced Betty Boop, Popeye, and Superman cartoons, was born in 1883. Paul Terry, the man responsible for Heckle and Jekyll and Mighty Mouse, was born in 1887. According to a publication called The Film Daily, Paul H. Terry produced more than 1,000 cartoons by 1939. This Terry-Toons production from 1946 features the precursors to Heckle and Jekyll, called simply The Talking Magpies.
Good afternoon. Oh, so you're looking for a place to live. Well, look no further, friend. Look no further. Ooh, I got just a little place for you. Just for a little place for you and your woman. Oh, way up there, way up there. Oh, thank you. You made a good bride. Peachy bride. Ooh, you'll like it very much.
Now, just a minute. Now, after all, we've been through this thing before. Shut up! Shut up! I'm not going to pull up. But wait. Now, wait a minute.
Say, fellas, the boss asked me to ask you if you'd mind being a little more quiet. He's trying to sleep.
Well, what did they say?
They said if you'd mind your business, they'd mind theirs.
They're talking about all you ever do is talk. Straight up!
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Let's go to press. Flash. Do you have a magpie in your home? If you do, you are most fortunate. The magpie is the most charming bird in all the world. He is the best friend the farmer ever had. Treat him gently. Treat him kindly. And always remember, the magpie deserves your respect. Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir, I've just the little article you need, guaranteed to cure all headache. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I ain't got no headache. Oh, yes, you have, brother. Who knows what will happen next? The shadow knows. Well, 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 if it ain't the little flower. That was fun. Let's try it again.
Maggie, my dear, would you mind asking those uncouth neighbors to be a little more quiet?
Dose of Landis in a Landis moment. Get a dose of Landis. This is the Landis moment. Dose.
Jeff, what's coming up on the next episode of A Dose of Landis?
Well, it's going to be the season finale of A Dose of Landis.
How many seasons of A Dose of Landis are there?
One. I've done one so far.
What can we expect to see on the season finale?
I actually go back to my hometown in New Haven, go to Woodburn and places I grew up at.
What are you checking out there?
Just pretty much telling stories of like what I did as a kid, some of the crazy stories that nobody's ever heard on TV until now. You also see some interviews from some of my crew talk about their favorite moment of A Dose of Landis.
Watch A Dose of Landis, 11 p.m. Thursdays on Access Fort Wayne 2. Dose. 9 Mile Restaurant serves delicious food for fine dining that families can afford. 9 Mile dinner specials include baked spaghetti Monday, baby back ribs Tuesday, Wednesday night Mexican dinners, and Thursday night Italian dinners. 9 Mile Restaurant is open 7 days a week. 9 Mile Restaurant is located 9 miles south of the Allen County Courthouse on US 27 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. 9 Mile Restaurant and Catering. The Dean Robinson Radio Show presents news and social commentary from Fort Wayne, Indiana, hosted by Summit City Noise producer Dean Robinson. The Dean Robinson Radio Show airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 4 p.m. on Indiana Talks. Use the TuneIn Internet Radio app to hear Indiana Talks 24 hours a day, or visit indianatalks.com. The Dean Robinson Radio Show is also a podcast, available online, on demand, at Facebook and Summit City Noise. Listen to the Dean Robinson Radio Show every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 4 p.m. on Indiana Talks.
Yeah, rock and roll!
We wear hairbands with balls. Let's put it that way.
Hairspray, big boots, party, drink all night, throw up, drink some more. Yeah, of course I'm famous, right? I go in the room, I'm looking for JP, and he's truly hanging naked in the closet with gravity belts.
Why shouldn't I be the next Bon Jovi or something?
The difference between us and a band, say like Def Leppard,
Or just numbers, man.
it was just numbers. We didn't have 1,000 chicks after gay. We only had 20.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The music, the hair, the whole facade, everything that went along with it.
Well, Aquanet served two purposes. You could use it as a weapon, spray it with a lighter. Don't feel my balls,
We look like girls.
A lot of times, the guys in the band look better than the girls that were trying to pick them up. I mean, come on. I mean, does Bon Jovi have to go to a restaurant? They're gonna charge him to eat there? No. Did they charge us? No. I mean, ours might have been Burger King, And the whole thing with sex, that was already a done deal. That was part of it.
Who was telling me that my mom ain't gonna bone Robert Redford? That was that. Grunge came in and it just took us out.
It wasn't about grunge hitting, it was about Nirvana hitting.
Ain't easy being cheesy. So that's what Nova Rex comes up with to combat this grunge movement. Ain't easy being cheesy.
Come and experience the performance that changed the world.
Intelligent people have complained to me about how they can't understand my videos. Now recently, I've had two people tell me that they don't know how I feel about these certain issues after they watch my videos. They're not learning how I feel about this stuff. People want to know how I feel about these social and political issues. Apparently, all of these facts are getting in the way of people understanding how I feel about this stuff. In a way, maybe that means I'm a better journalist than previously thought. That said, here's how I feel about Donald Trump as President of the United States of America. I mostly feel annoyed by the presidency of Donald Trump, but it's really not Donald Trump who annoys me most. I'm annoyed by the fact that people have to believe in Donald Trump. I'm annoyed by the fact that people, the adults, the grown folk, still believe that political celebrities are heroes worth worshiping. I can tolerate this nonsense from the kids and young people. They don't know any better. People my age, old school, they should know better by now. I'm mostly annoyed by the notion that poor and working class Republican Christians believe a casino boss and reality TV star can represent them. The problem with believing a U.S. president represents citizens is that the U.S. president does not represent citizens. That's why we have a House of Representatives. The president is the chief executive of the departments and agencies of the United States of America. The president's job is to execute the laws, and some people when necessary. The president does not represent the people. The president has 3 standards to bear in this order. 1, maintain the union. 2, avoid a financial depression. 3, delay another nuclear conflict every day. As long as Donald Trump bears those 3 standards, the American way will go right about its business, no questions asked. If you saw the movie Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, you heard politicians arguing about disputes over trade routes. If you read the book Dune by Frank Herbert, you understand that controlling petroleum or spice in a desert cascades into control over the known connected universe. If you watch the NBC TV show Dracula, you know the Order of the Dragon controls planet Earth by controlling the petroleum industry. In real life, I call them the Lords of Energy, Finance, and Thought on planet Earth. The Lords of Energy, Finance, and Thought on planet Earth influence President Trump's executive actions. President Trump's Secretary of State is Rex Tillerson. Rex Tillerson previously served as the CEO of ExxonMobil, one of the largest petroleum companies in the world. ExxonMobil is among the Lords of Energy on planet Earth. President Trump's Secretary of the Treasury is Steve Mnuchin. Steve Mnuchin was a partner at Goldman Sachs. Mnuchin was an investment professional at Soros Fund Management, which is owned by billionaire Democratic Party donor and fundraiser George Soros. When billionaire Republican Party donor and fundraiser Sheldon Adelson invited the Republican Jewish Coalition to his Las Vegas Venetian hotel in February, President Trump sent Boris Epstein to the event to represent the White House. Goldman Sachs, George Soros, and Sheldon Adelson are among the Lords of Finance on planet Earth. Steve Mnuchin founded Dune Capital in 2004 to pump $500 million into 20th Century Fox films like Avatar, The X-Men, and The Devil Wears Prada. Mnuchin served as executive producer on several Warner Brothers movies, including American Sniper, Batman vs. Superman, The Lego Movie, Suicide Squad, and about 30 other major movies. Time Warner, News Corp, National Amusements, Disney, Comcast Universal, and Sony are among the Lords of Thought on planet Earth. Universal Music, Warner Music Group, and Sony Music serve as the musical chairs among the Lords of Thought. The Lords of Thought produce and distribute music and entertainment programming to shape local cultures and exert influence on human behavior. The Lords of Thought produce and distribute news opinion programs to drive consumer activity and establish social consent among citizens being governed. U.S. wars and conflicts in the Middle East and Africa maintain chaos that the Lords of Petroleum and Finance use to acquire natural resources and control transport routes. The President of the United States is Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces, possessing ultimate authority. President Trump continues combat campaigns in Africa and the Middle East that were conducted by President Obama and 7 presidents before him. 8 if you count President Ford. U.S. military action is directly related to the global aims and goals of the Lords of Energy, Finance, and Thought on planet Earth. The Lords of Energy, Finance, and Thought on planet Earth use government institutions to protect their interests. They employ corporations to produce profits. President Trump presides over the departments and agencies of the United States of America in Washington, D.C. Some people say the D.C. stands for death cult. The president can do almost whatever he wants when it comes to running the Washington, D.C., as long as he maintains these 3 very important standards. 1, maintain the union. 2, avoid a financial depression. And 3, delay another nuclear conflict every day. As long as President Trump properly dances those steps, the American way will go right about its business. Because the lords of energy, finance, and thought own the musical chairs. Maybe people celebrate politicians as heroes because deep down they realize a hero is an idol, and an idol is a false god. All you mugs out there that have to have your heroes, you can have them. While you're at it, you can keep your lords of energy, finance, and thought on planet Earth. I'll keep the lord I've got now. That's how I feel.
Have I told you how sorry I am? Yeah, got to apologize, to the world, to everybody, I fell down, now I got to tell you about everything, all of the sex and golf, you got to know about it, for that sex I had, straying from Buddhism. I gotta get back to that stuff. I gotta grab it by the leg and hold on. Oh yeah, I'm sorry y'all, gotta say it to ya. Did you hear me now? I'm sorry, I apologize. Nike, I'm sorry, y'all. EA Sports, Electronic Arts, I'm sorry to you. PS3, Nintendo Wii, Microsoft, Xbox 360. I'm very, very sorry now, Gatorade. You quench my thirst so much better than H2O. It's better than that. So give my body what it needs, so I don't need all that sex. It's not like I'm David Duchovny out here. I ain't no Charlie Sheen, no. All I need is 18 holes, that's all. I only need 18 holes. And oh, I was oh so close to 18 holes, The 18 holes,
Thanks for watching The Dean Show. I'll be here next week.